All right, this is BG Jensen and Johnnie Quazar here.
Hello.
And this is It's About Time.
This is, of course, the podcast where we go back in time and forward in time in our really cool time machine that Johnny built. And we're going to interview people from, the past and the future and see what life was like. Ask them how they are, how they're doing, how their day's going. All kinds of cool stuff like that. Maybe we'll ask them what their favorite sandwiches. I don't know. We'll see. But we are just wanting to document our first time travel experience. The year is 2125 for anybody wondering, and we are starting a podcast specifically to make sure we really document, make sure everyone knows that we have invented a time machine, just us, and it was all our idea, nobody else.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
And now, even though we are from the year 2125, we're of course going to be posting these in the year 2025 because podcasts were way more popular back then. You guys would know, of course, the listeners. But I just read that podcasts were a lot more popular in the 2020s. Time period. So we're, of course, since we want money, we're going to be posting those around the time where we will get the most money.
Oh, okay.
So Johnny, why don't you? So we have this time machine that we're standing inside of. It's about the size of a whole room. So Johnny, why don't you kind of explain how it was made?
Well, it was your brainchild. You're the one who came up with the idea.
Well, yeah, thank you.
And but I have the science background.
Yes, you do, and that's why I kind of asked you to help me. Otherwise, I would have done it all by myself because I really don't want to share the 5% profit with you. But it's whatever. It's fine. So what does this button do? What if I push it right now? Would that be bad?
Yeah, you don't want to push that. There's a specific sequence of buttons need to be pushed.
Okay.
In order. The secret was learning how to power or how to harness the power of dark matter. That was really what was the catalyst in pushing this forward. But it's a pretty intricate system. Really, you have to do things in a specific order for it to work the right way. As you know, BG, we've. By the way, what does BG stand for? I don't think I've ever asked you.
BG. I'll tell you another time. How about that?
Okay,
Let's
We'll
focus on the
that.
time machine here.
Yeah.
So, in the event that I were to just push this button repeatedly over and over while looking you dead in the eyes with the straightest face I've ever had, what would happen?
Possibly be the last thing either one of us does. Maybe it could create a time and space paradox that would just create a giant void and nothing will have ever existed. So
okay, well that does make sense not to push it. And I see that you have the year up here, and I see that we can push these up and down buttons to change what time we would like to go to. What was the hardest thing that you had to obtain to get? Like how? Yeah.
Dark matter's not easy to collect.
Okay, that makes sense.
So my presence within the space travel community helped me get that. That was tough. Also finding people that were willing to help me with my experimentation. That was hard. Dozens of good people are lost and probably only known through the papers that I've written to get to where we are now. But as you know, BG, we've successfully transported anything from spiders to monkeys through time successfully. And remember that when we sent that cowboy back to the past and it came back with a cowboy hat and a 6-shooter?
That was funny.
That was good.
That was good.
It's still...
I was shocked. What time did he go back to? He would have went back to
1863, I think.
1863, yeah.
Right about Civil War time.
Yeah. He went down in the western area of the United States.
Yeah. But he came back and he was fine.
He said he was missing a kidney at the end of it. I don't know if somebody stole it or...
Yeah, and
or maybe that it was
somewhere
lost
along
in
the time he learned to talk. So that's a mystery that I don't think we'll ever solve. How time travel And that's probably something we're going to discover through our journeys, backwards and forwards in time. Yeah. But unfortunately, he passed away from time travel sickness, which we now have the antidote for. So thankfully, that's good. We've got all of the other critters we've sent forwards and backwards in time that have been given the antidote have been doing fine, but they can all speak now. So
that's awesome. Even the spiders and
the spiders.
Wow, that's truly amazing. You see, I just don't pay attention to any of the science behind it. I just kind of sit on the couch back there and sleep all day.
I think you're more interested in the notoriety and the paycheck this could potentially result in.
Definitely. And that's really truly all I want out of this is just the money. That's really all I care about. But, I do like to sit on that couch and wait for the release of GTA 7. And I'm glad that you're doing all this research behind it and that you've gotten all of our charts and like the pie chart where it's like, this is the % chance that we die. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a high number, but whatever. It's no big deal.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to die.
Pretty sure. That's good.
And who knows? We may come back from wherever we go, knowing how to speak another language.
So Johnny, we got if we're going to be able to go to the past and the future. What do you think you want to go to? Where do you want to go?
I don't know. I think I'm kind of a history buff myself. I'm looking forward to seeing things from the past. Be really interesting to see what Cairo looked like during like the 3rd or 5th or 7th Egyptian dynasty or parts of Asia, and see how accurate. Also looking forward to seeing how accurate the history books are. They say history's written by the winners, so that's I think that's what I'm looking forward to most, is going back in time, not only enjoying the architecture but observing how things really were going in that time frame.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see what's going on. And I mean that's the other reason I want to do this, is to be able to play GTA 7 finally. And maybe we'll go into the future and maybe they'll be like, oh yeah, we're delaying another 20 years, but at least we can skip ahead more in time and maybe learn another language.
Exactly.
On the way.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what the future holds as well. And this way we're going to be able to find out if time is linear or circular, or if it's like a parallelogram, or how closely time and space really are connected.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and with all the new spaceships and stuff coming out too that travel 2 times the speed of light, which I'm surprised they worked on that so fast, but still could not get GTA 7 out any sooner. But anyway, it'll be fun to have it to be able to see like maybe even what other worlds look like in the past and the future. Yeah, especially
and this could potentially lead to interdimensional travel as well.
Yeah.
Again, it's the time-space thing. Who knows? If time isn't linear, but we are moving in a linear direction, we could end up going through the barriers between dimensions and end up in a parallel dimension to ours at the same time. So
yeah, you're such a nerd. I didn't understand a word of that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, that's really the fact that I complimented you with that. Just
yep.
At least you're smart enough to figure out how to make me money. What might be good is, even though I'm a horrible, conniving, greedy man, who all I want is just to as much money as possible, I think it would be a lot of fun to, or I think it would be important to go back in time and make sure we maybe even save the scientists that we lost on this journey, except for Dave.
Dave was terrible.
Dave didn't deserve to. I'm glad that the dark matter consumed him until he was nothing.
Yeah. Dave deserved to die.
Yeah,
we'll just leave it at that.
I honestly, I pushed him in. I pushed him into the pit of black matter.
You realize this is documented for all eternity now.
We can go back in time and erase it.
Podcast saved automatically to the cloud.
Oh, we can go back in time and erase it. Come on.
That's true.
Come on. We can go back in time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We can do and say whatever we want. But here's the thing. We will now find out if changing the past really has an effect on the future, or if the future is set because of the whole parallel universe thing.
I mean, I want to go back in time and just like touch a butterfly, make it grow faster or whatever, or like kill a butterfly and see if it truly does lead to a 7th World War.
Or an early release of GTA 7.
I mean, maybe.
It could have a positive effect
It could have a positive effect.
Maybe that butterfly was the whole reason.
Maybe the butterfly, it landed on a guy who was standing there just trying to enjoy his life on a bridge, and then he said, whoa, and then fell off, and then maybe that guy was the head director of Rockstar Games. And
yeah. Well, it's going to be an exciting journey. I'm glad that we get to do this together. Appreciate the opportunity to play with science a little bit, and because you're infinitely wealthy, I've had the resources that I've needed to create this beautiful machine, which the people should know. It's not just a time machine. It's also going to be our living quarters, and it's designed to, once it enters that specific time frame, it's designed to blend in with the surroundings, whether that's buildings or nature or whatever, so that it still fits in and that we have our own place to reside for the time that we're there. So we've got living quarters here. We're not too concerned about consumables, food and drink and things like that, because we can get those where we're going generally. We do have a small store of essentials, cabbage and chicken broth and pinto beans and Gatorade.
Yeah.
So if you're hearing this in the past, you may not know what Gatorade is. I don't know how long Gatorade's been around, but it's an electrolyte drink to help keep you hydrated.
Yeah. Oh, geez, we probably just scared some people. What's Gatorade? Whoa!
Probably. It's not made out of gators.
Their mind literally exploded.
Yep.
And then some smoke came out of their ears.
Well, and since AI, 75 years ago, AI deleted a lot of the past and history and replaced it with its ideal history. We don't know how long Gatorade's been around.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was only a few years, because
probably but it really is a staple. You need it when you're traveling to stay hydrated. So
anyway, do we wanna start time traveling now?
Yeah, I think we should. Where are we headed?
I have some business to attend to in 1923.
Okay, and we need to know location as well.
How about Princeton, New Jersey?
Okay. No.
So I'll let you do all your science things and push all your buttons.
I'm going to let you observe me. You may want to take notes while I'm doing this.
No thanks.
Again, this is a pretty intricate system. Things have to be done in the right order. Since I built this and designed it, I'm very familiar with it. But even I took notes. So are you sure you don't want to write this down?
I don't know how to write.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll learn how to write when we time travel.
All right.
All right, here we go. 1888. And, do you know what time of year? Why don't we go in the late summer?
All right.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Do you have your 5-point harness on?
No. Here, let me click that on really quick. All right. Give us a countdown.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Whoa!